คิวราสวัสดีค่ะทุกคน Welcome to Facebook Live แล้วก็ YouTube Live ของเราในวันนี้นะคะสวัสดีค่ะพี่แจนกลับมาอีกครั้งค่ะในไลฟ์วันนี้คึกคักกันทีเดียวนะคะเรามีแขกรับเชิญของเราเนี่ยหลายท่านเลยในวันนี้นะคะแล้วก็เชื่อว่าหลายคนตั้งตารอที่จะพูดคุยนะคะหรือว่าได้ถามคำถามนะคะเดี๋ยววันนี้นะคะเราจะได้รู้จักนะคะกับมหาวิทยาลัยที่มีชื่อเสียงทั้ง3แห่งของนิวซีแลนด์ไม่ว่าจะเป็น University of Auckland AUT หรือว่า Victoria University of Wellington นะคะสำหรับพิเศษกว่านั้นอีกนะคะสำหรับน้องๆนะคะที่สนใจในหลักสูตรที่เตรียมความพร้อมแล้วก็มีหลักสูตรอื่นๆด้วยนะคะไม่ว่าจะเป็นสายอาชีพต่างๆเนี่ยกับสถาบัน Up Education นะคะคุ้นหน้าคุ้นตากันดีนะคะกับเจ้าหน้าที่ที่จะมาพูดคุยกับเราในวันนี้นะคะเดี๋ยวพี่แจนขอแนะนำตัวนะคะแต่ละท่านกันก่อนเลยระหว่างนี้นะคะถ้าใครมีคำถามอะไรนะคะสามารถที่จะส่งใต้คอมเมนต์ไว้นะคะแล้วเดี๋ยวพี่แอดมินค่ะจะรวบรวมคำถามนะคะเข้ามาให้พวกเราได้รู้จักกันนะคะว่าข้อมูลต่างๆนะคะที่น่าสนใจนะคะช่วยกันถามเข้ามาได้เลยและก็ตอนท้ายจะมีแจกนะคะหนังสือ NSAT Study อันนี้ด้วยนะคะนะคะถ้าใครอยากได้ไปนะคะวันนี้ฟังให้ดีนะคะ so I would like to introduce all of our special guests today so first Alice from Up Education ค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ So that is the only perfect sentence that I can say. I believe that if you following the Facebook page of Auckland Study Thailand, you have seen my face for a few times, and very happy to be here again with all three of my university partner for Up Educations. I believe that today will be a very good section. You will hear a lot of news things coming up regarding to scholarships and also the programs that you are interested. So please stay with us until the end because I know that Bijen tell me that there's some prize for some winner. So I look forward to hearing from you. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Thank you very much. It just started and yes, we know Alice very well. โอเคถัดมานะคะเดี๋ยวเรามาทำความรู้จักนะคะ Please welcome คุณเวนดี้จาก University of Auckland ค่ะ
Hello everybody สวัสดีค่ะ I'm Wendy from UOA. I believe this is your lunch time, so feel free to eat and watching us and enjoy your meal and enjoy our webinar as well. Thank you.
Yes, good point. Lunchtime now. Okay, then could we move to Hop Pam from AUT University?
Thanks, Jan. Sorry, my internet connection disrupted for a bit. So good afternoon, Sawadi Krab. My name is Hop Pham and I'm the regional manager for AUT in Southeast Asia. It's great to be here today, live streaming with Jan from NZ Study. I'm going to share about AUT later on, and you can explore your study options with this. Thank you.
Thank you. And last but not least, Dean from Victoria University of Wellington.
Thanks, Jen. Hi, everyone. My name is Dean. I am the International Manager for Southeast Asia here at Victoria University of Wellington, the capital city university. And I cannot wait to share with you more about what we offer from the University of Wellington. Stay tuned.
Wow. Thank you very much, everyone. And ไม่ให้เสียเวลานะคะวันนี้นะคะเดี๋ยวเราจะมาเริ่มนะคะจากมหาวิทยาลัยก่อนนะคะแล้วก็จะให้พี่อลิสนะคะปิดท้ายนะคะเพราะฉะนั้นเดี๋ยวเราขออนุญาตมาเริ่มกันที่มหาวิทยาลัยในเมืองใหญ่อย่างโอ๊คแลนด์นะคะซึ่งที่มหาวิทยาลัยนี้เองนะคะมีชื่อเสียงในเรื่องของความเป็นแบบฝึกปฏิบัติลงมือทำลงมือจริงๆนะคะแล้วก็ในเรื่องของสาขาหลากหลายมากเลยนะคะเดี๋ยวเรามาเริ่มกันที่มหาวิทยาลัย AUT นะคะ Okay, so shall we start with AUT University?
Thanks, Jen. Hi Nook, I'm gonna share my presentation now.
ค่ะเดี๋ยวเราจะมารู้จักนะคะกับมหาวิทยาลัยนี้กันมากขึ้นซึ่งเชื่อว่าหลายคนนะคะกำลังตั้งตารอกับการเรียนที่นี่ค่ะ
Okay, you see my presentation?
Yes
Okay, great. Thank you. So AUT, thank you for putting us first in a show. As in short, we are at the Auckland University of Technology. It means that we are located in Auckland as the biggest city in New Zealand. So the city itself is the world's most livable, one of the world's most livable city in the world, and Auckland is the economic hub of New Zealand, with a third of the country population live here. It's the biggest city, so it's offer like a vibrant place, you know, in multi-diverse culture for you to live and then to study in. So we located right in the Auckland CBD. You may see in the slides later on from University of Auckland. We sit right next to the University of Auckland, and we are Auckland University of Technology. So more or less often students, parents are confused between the two universities. We are a very different university where University of Auckland is a very traditional university, ranking probably #1 in New Zealand, top 65 in the world, I think, where AUT is actually the youngest university in New Zealand. We're only 25 years old this year. However, we've been providing education for the past 130 years already. Now, what makes AUT different from the rest of the university in New Zealand? So it's all about our learning philosophy, right? At AUT, we providing, you know, most universities teach you how to think. We teach you how to do. So at AUT, your studies connects learning to the real world applications. Our practical degrees, including both hands-on projects, workplace experience, and the skills that employers want. So our students don't just study marketing campaigns, they actually creating marketing campaigns from real brief, from a real company. They don't just learn about software development, they build apps that could be used tomorrow. They don't just read about healthcare challenges, they work with real patients in clinical settings. This is why employers seek out AUT graduates. And when your knowledge works in practice, your careers does too. Okay, so the practical learning is what we are really proud of at AUT. You know, real projects, real results. 89% of our undergraduate degree require a completion of workplace experience, internships, or industry projects as parts of your studies. Your lecturers haven't retired from real world. They are not just researchers at AUT, but they also still take part in businesses, whether they own it, they're still working, they're still treating patients, they're still as a consultants for the industry. Okay, and we are not pretending AI doesn't exist. We are a technology university. We are teaching you to work with AI, right? To use AI or technology to solve the world challenges. So you can see that we're investing heavily on the facilities. So we have a number of world-class facilities, including one of the handful motion capture studios in the country. We have the New Zealand top sports science facility, AUT Millennium. We have the state-of-the-art buildings, you know, the engineering and computer and mathematical sciences building, where it's won so many different awards. And another thing people confused about AUT is that we only teach technology courses. We actually offer more than 250 different programs across 5 different faculties across in 16 different schools, all the way from certificates, diploma, bachelor degrees, masters to PhD. So the study option shows on the screen here within many different options for majors and minors. And it's designed to allow flexibility to maximize your learning and employability outcomes. So some of the subjects, you can select courses from other disciplinaries. To go more into details of the subjects, we don't really have time today, but if you have that kind of questions, feel free to drop in the questions later on. I'll be really happy to share with you. So going through some of the very popular programs for Thai students at AUT, firstly, I talk about the engineering, the Bachelor of Engineering with Honours, which is the one on the right column. The Engineering Board of New Zealand recognize our bachelor degrees as, meeting the Washington Accords accreditations. And it means that you can register as an engineer in the members of the Washington Accords, which are right now it's 23 members with country members, including, Canada, Australia, America, France, UK, Russia, I think, Japan, and many to name a few. It's a 4 years degree. During the second year and third year, you have 800 hours of supervised work experience by an engineer. And at the final year of your study, you have the 2 industry projects to do to complete the degree. Okay, so a very popular degree for Thai student will be the civil constructions or the mechatronic engineering at AUT. Then moving on, we also have the computer and information sciences. This degree is a 3 years degree recognized by the IITP, which is the Institute of IT Professional in New Zealand. You'll be studying in multiple high-tech labs, ICT, Engineering Career Center, that can help you develop your career options. Now, this Bachelor of Computer and Information Science is possibly the most popular program at AUT. So lots of students, not just from Thailand, but from many other countries, and even domestic students choose this degree to, pursue one of the biggest, the highest demand jobs in the field. And we have, law, we have arts and design, we have communication studies, we have creative technology, and we have businesses. So our business school is offering it's actually our second largest schools in AUT, with a very flexible bachelor degree within 3 years. At the end of the third year, you can choose whether you do a dissertations or kind of like a research project or an industry project, or you can go for internship from 3 to 6 months, workplace experience. And quite a few of our students actually choose to go back to Thailand to do the internship, and then you going back to New Zealand to AUT at the end, the final date of the semester, you need to write 2 reports and do a presentation to complete the internship. Then we have the hospitality, a wide range of Bachelor of Arts degree. We have education, which is very popular nowadays. Everyone wants to becoming the teachers, whether you want to be early childhood teachers or primary teachers, you can come to AUT. We have the science program, and we have the health science, which becoming more and more popular as well. We offer both clinical and non-clinical sciences, where the clinical health sciences offer you a 3 years to 4 years degree and require you to have like a 1,200 hours of pre-clinical experiences. Normally it will be year 2 and year 3. And you'll be working in our own clinics, which we have that clinic open to the public. Okay, and to be quick about the scholarships, in general speaking, we have 5,000 New Zealand dollars for the bachelor degree and 7,000 New Zealand dollars for the master degrees. You know, you need to gain an offer letter from AUT first before you can apply for the scholarships. The scholarship is only based on the academic achievement. You can also apply for the government's the Monarchy New Zealand scholarships, which now are having a lot more places for Thai students. I think it's 39 for 2026, which is 2027, sorry, which is a huge increase from previously. Thailand only had 5 places. So if you want a full scholarship for master degree, you can apply for the Monarchy. We do accept direct entry from Matiom 6. So if you complete Matiom 6 in Thailand with a GPA of 3.2, with an IELTS of 6.0, no band below 5.5, you can get direct entry into our undergraduate or bachelor degrees program. Now, if you completed grade 11 or Matiom 5, if you or didn't meet the GPA 3.2, you can go to Up Education, which is our pathway providers, to do a 6 months, 8 months, or 12 months foundation, depending on your grades and IELTS. Alice will introduce about those foundation later on, that you can, guarantee a place to AUT. For the master degree, you basically need a B grade average for your bachelor degree, with an IELTS of 6.5, no band below 6. Now, if you're graduating from an international degree offered in Thailand, that English was a medium of instructions, the IELTS will be waived, basically. Okay, and that will be it for AUT. So here is my contact. But again, like if you want to apply for AUT or ask more questions about AUT, feel free to visit NZ Study or contact Jen, one of the counselor at NZ Study. Is very experienced and will be able to help you answering any questions you may have on the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Hoff, for your excellent presentation. I know that everyone will gain a lot of information from today. ค่ะ เป็นยังไงบ้างคะมหาวิทยาลัยที่เน้นในเรื่องของการปฏิบัตินะคะ อย่างที่เขาบอกไปนะคะ ที่นี่ถึงแม้ว่าจะเป็นมหาวิทยาลัยน้องใหม่นะคะถ้าเทียบกับทั้ง 8 แห่งในนิวซีแลนด์ แต่ที่นี่เองโดดเด่นสุดๆในเรื่องของการได้ฝึกปฏิบัติจริงก่อนที่จะออกสู่โลกการทำงานจริงเลยนะคะ เพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยก็ต้องเรียนว่านายจ้างหรือว่าคนที่เป็นแบบว่าบริษัทใหญ่ๆเขาก็จะชอบมากนะคะน้องๆที่ได้เรียนแล้วก็ได้ทำพอออกไปก็คือได้เข้าไปทำงานได้ทันทีเลยนะคะได้รู้งานจริงๆแล้วก็ที่นี่แม้จะชื่อ AUT นะแต่ว่าเขาไม่ได้มีแค่เรื่องของเทคโนโลยีนะคะเขายังมีอีกหลายอย่างมากมายเลยนะคะเหมือนที่เมื่อกี้ได้บอกไปค่ะเพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยเรียกว่าถ้าใครอยากได้นะไม่ว่าจะเป็น ITหรือว่าธุรกิจหรือว่าจะเป็นวิศวะหรือว่าจะเป็นเรื่องอื่นๆนะคะไม่ว่าจะเป็นคอมพิวเตอร์การโรงแรมนะคะหรือว่าสายสาธารณสุขนะที่นี่ก็มีเช่นเดียวกันค่ะสำหรับ requirement ก็บอกไปแล้วนะคะสำหรับ3ที่เนี่ยจะคล้ายๆกันนั่นก็คือถ้าน้องๆจบม.6 นะคะได้ GPA ที่ 3.2 แล้วเนี่ยก็สามารถที่จะเข้าปี 1 มหาวิทยาลัยได้เลยแต่ถ้าใครได้ไม่ถึง 3.2 หรือว่าอยู่ม.5 นะคะได้ 2.5 แล้วก็สามารถที่จะเรียนปูพื้นฐานกับสถาบันอัพได้นะคะซึ่งเดี๋ยวจะมีพูดให้ฟังนะคะในลำดับถัดไปการเรียนปริญญาตรีที่เนี่ยค่ะใช้เวลาประมาณ3ปีในสาขาทั่วไปนะคะแต่ว่าบางสาขาจะเรียนใช้เวลา4ปีหรือถ้าเกิดว่าเป็นมหาวิทยาลัยอื่นที่มีด้านการแพทย์ทั้งหมดก็จะประมาณ6ปีด้วยกันนะคะสำหรับทุนการศึกษาที่นี่นะคะมีให้ค่ะสำหรับทั้งปริญญาตรีปริญญาโทนะคะอยู่ที่ 5,000 ถึง 7,000 เหรียญแล้วก็ส่วนปริญญาโทยังมีทุนรัฐบาลที่เรียกว่าทุนมานาคีนะคะซึ่งอันนี้ค่ะสามารถที่จะแอพพลายได้นะเขาก็จะมีจำนวนจำกัดค่ะให้ทุนเต็มจำนวนเลยสำหรับอันนี้นะคะซึ่งเป็นข้อมูลที่อัดแน่นมากนะคะในเวลาสั้นๆนะคะที่คุณครูพูดให้ฟัง so could I have one question from you
Yeah, so in my presentation I talk about the number of programs that we offered at AUC. So we are not just offering technology courses. We have more than that number of programs. So you have to guess that number. Whoever closest to the right answer would be great.
Oh, right.
Just a hint that it's more than 200.
Wow. Okay, how many programs that AUT offer to students, right? ใครที่ส่งเลขมานะคะเป็นคำถามนะคะที่จะได้หนังสือเล่มนี้ไปนะคะหนังสือ English Study นะคะส่งตรงถึงบ้านถ้าใครตอบคำถามนี้ได้นะคะมหาวิทยาลัย AUT มีหลักสูตรให้เลือกเรียนได้มากเท่าไหร่นะคะใบให้ว่าเกิน200ขึ้นไปนะคะใครตอบได้ส่งเข้ามาได้เลยนะคะเดี๋ยวพี่แอดมินจะช่วยดูว่าใครคนแรกก็จะได้ไปเลยนะคะสวัสดีค่ะทักทายกันนิดนึงนะคะคุณธันวรัตน์นะคะขอบคุณค่ะคุณสลิลาสลาลีนะคะ Hello there are some audience that say hi hello สวัสดีค่ะ to us and that's one question from our audience น้องชายเกรดมัธยมไม่ได้สูงมากยังมีทางเข้าเรียนในมหาวิทยาลัยเหล่านี้ได้ไหมนะคะ so there's a question okay we will ask we will ask at the end นะคะเป็นไปได้แน่นอนเดี๋ยวรอฟังคุณอลิสนะคะจะพูดให้ฟังค่ะ okay so could we move to the next university so it's in Wellington so we go for Victoria University of Wellington please welcome Dean ค่ะ
Jen, thank you everyone for joining us this morning. Actually, it's actually noon. It's afternoon already. It's lunchtime. So thank you very much for joining us. Considering it's lunchtime, and thank you very much for the highs, the hellos in the comments, and also the greetings in the comments wherever you are. So please keep being free to put them in the chat box in the comment section where we'll be able to pick up the questions and answer them later on. Thanks, Jen, for inviting Victoria University of Wellington today. So right now, I'll start sharing my screen so that you see what is going on at the university and what we offer at the university. So without further ado, I will share my presentation right now. And if you see that, Jen, can you confirm if you are seeing my screen right now? Full screen, please. All good?
It's all good. I don't see it.
That's great. Thank you. Because when I share my screen, I will not be able to see anyone or see any comment. But again, please feel free to put them in the chat box, and then our team will pick up later on to answer all the questions that you might have. And remember that we have one question at the end, and if you answer the question correctly, you'll be able to get a prize from NZ Study Thailand as well. So listen to the presentation very, very carefully as well. So without further ado, my name is Dean. I am from the International Office at Victoria University of Wellington, and it's my pleasure to be here with you today to share more about what we offer at the university with you. So this is Wellington. Take a moment to capture all of this beauty with yourself as well. So we are facing water, the beach in front, and mountains and hills at the back. So on a sunny day like this, it is beautiful. And there's a saying in New Zealand goes, nothing beats Wellington on a good day. So this is exactly what we are referring to. Now, I want you to also capture this one as well. So if you see the video right now, you see on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side, but also in the center of the video. In the center, that is the Parliament Building of New Zealand.
Excuse me, please. You cannot see the video.
Oh, okay. I think I will need to share the screen again.
Yeah. could we have the full screen first? It seems like it's not the full screen. ค่ะก็ที่นี่เองนะคะอย่างที่เห็นนะเป็นบรรยากาศที่สวยนะคะอยู่ทางใต้ของเกาะเหนือนะคะเมืองนี้เป็นเมืองหลวงของนิวซีแลนด์เพราะฉะนั้นเวลาที่เราไปอยู่ที่เมืองนี้ค่ะบรรยากาศมันจะเหมือนแบบมีความแบบทางการมีความแบบว่าตึกสวยคนแบบว่าใส่ชุดดูแบบเนียบๆดูอะไรอย่างนี้ค่ะเป็นคนที่แบบว่าทำงานในออฟฟิศในสถานทูตอะไรอย่างนี้ค่ะแล้วก็ธรรมชาติสวยด้วย
Okay. Jen, can you confirm if you see my screen right now with the video?
Yes, I can see now.
That's great. Thank you. Sorry, guys, for the technical issue. It happens here and there sometimes, right? So again, if you see in the center of the video, that is the Beehive, which is the Parliament building of New Zealand, where the Prime Minister is at every day when he's not traveling. On the left-hand side of yours, that would be the law school, top 1 law school in New Zealand. And on the right-hand side of yours, that will be our business and government school, which is also a top 1% of the world university and got the triple crown. And this is not the biggest campus of us at all. It's a tiny campus, but just to show you that with our location, it's very prime that you can access to the Beehive every day if you study law or business or government programs at the university. In front, you'll be able to see the bus stop, and at the back of this, you'll be able to see the train station. It is very convenient for you to access everywhere within the city center or the region itself. So again, the middle, the Parliament building of New Zealand, opposite to that, across street, law school, and then business and government school on the left as well. So great location. And talking about the university, we are now number 1 in New Zealand for research intensity in New Zealand with the BPRF from the government. And then we offer almost 200 programs at the university. And we are top 1% of the world university for 15 subjects by QS 2026. And one of the 23 5-star plus universities in the world. And if there is only one liner about the university, I want you to remember that we are the hub of training prime ministers. We have 4 prime ministers graduate from Victoria University of Wellington. That is the highest number of prime ministers that any universities in New Zealand can produce. Again, 4 prime ministers graduated from Victoria Wellington, and you can see 2 of them on the screen right now, the notable alum that we have. Besides the prime ministers, we also send people to space. We have astronauts, we have film director. If you have seen the Thor movie, it was directed by Taika Waititi, our alum, a genius, very popular film director among Hollywood directors. And we also have Nobel Prize winner for chemistry in 2000. The smartphones or the laptops that we are using nowadays, the display of it is based on his discovery of the plastic polymer back in 1999. And he got a Nobel Prize in 2000 for it. We also have lawyer, we have also politicians as well. So you name it, we produced the best of the best alum among all the universities in New Zealand. With the time constraint, I will not be able to go into each of the programs. However, I will just talk to you about some of the outstanding programs that we have on campus. So again, we offer basically almost everything that you can think of. It is quite easier to remember what we don't offer compared to what we offer from the university. So we have 3 campuses across the city center, about 15 to 25 minutes walk from each of the campuses. And for the left-hand side, as I show you the video about it, it is the PPTR campus, the home to Commerce and Government School, and then Law School, top 1 and top 1% of the world university. However, the main campus is the Kelvin campus, which is sitting on top of a hill. It's running across the spine of the hill. So it is really beautiful to watch sunset from the campus when you study with us. From the library, you can see the whole city on a clear day like this. And it is home to education, engineering, health, humanities and social sciences, and sciences programs. So with this campus, I want you to remember that we are number 1 in New Zealand for international relations, political science, development studies, public policy, public management. So anything related to politics, governance, development studies, and IR, we are in number 1 in New Zealand. We have been there for almost 130 years now, and we produced, as I mentioned again, 4 prime ministers and hundreds of politicians, some of the ambassadors, some of the general consuls of New Zealand abroad right now are from Victoria, Wellington. And then last but not least, moving to the TRO campus, we are one of the best architecture and design schools in New Zealand as well. Wellington is very creative, so we are in top 15 in the world for filmmaking by Hollywood reporters for so many years. If you have seen all of these movies, Dune, King Kong, Deadpool and Wolverine, all of these Hollywood Marvel movies, they were using Weta Workshop as someone who supported their post-filming products. And Wellington, the university has a creative center next to Weta Workshop to help you getting a career in that industry if you want to do that as well. So from business to law, development study, IR, politics, governance, to design, architecture, and film, you name it. We offer them all from undergraduate to master's and PhD. And Wellington, being the capital city, means that we have a lot of opportunities for you to study with us, but also job opportunities after you graduate. 96% of our graduates earn a job within 6 months after they graduate from the university. And Wellington has the highest national GDP of the whole country. So it's just some of the factors I'm throwing in there, just so you know that Wellington is a great city to live, to work, and to study at. And now, let's talk about scholarships, because everyone loves free money. We offer scholarships from undergraduate to master's and PhD. For undergraduate, if you meet the entry requirements, you will get an automatic $15,000 for the first year of study. This is non-renewable. However, we are one of the most generous universities in New Zealand for scholarships. And similar for postgraduate, if you meet entry requirements, you get $10,000 scholarship as well, non-renewable. If you are looking for a full ride scholarship, we recommending you to go for Monarchy, which is our New Zealand government scholarships for postgraduate studies. So that covers tuition fees, airfares, insurance, and living expenses in New Zealand. You can browse our website or contact the NZ study team, Jen and the team over there, to have support in terms of application process, along with how to apply for scholarships. And that brings me to the end of my presentation. But also, if you are looking at studying early after M5 or M4, we are partnering with Up Education. You can start early, and this $15,000 scholarship is also applicable for students progressing from Up Education to the university after you complete the time with the foundation program at Up Education in Wellington. So that's all for my presentation. Now I'm going to stop sharing my screen and answer the question that anyone might have as well.
Thank you so much, Dean. That's very impressive. ค่ะสำหรับที่นี่นะคะอยู่ในบรรยากาศของเมืองหลวงประเทศนิวซีแลนด์ก็คือเมืองเวลลิงตันนะคะเวลลิงตันนี่ก็จะอยู่ทางใต้ของเกาะเหนืออย่างที่เราเห็นภาพและวิดีโอไปนะคะที่นี่เองค่ะก็เรียกว่าเด่นมากๆไม่ว่าจะเป็นเรื่องของกฎหมายการทูตการเมืองสถาปัตย์นะคะและอื่นๆด้วยนะคะซึ่งมีให้เลือกมากกว่า200โปรแกรมเลยนะคะสำหรับที่นี่เองมีนายกนิวซีแลนด์นะคะที่เป็นนายกผ่านมาจบจากที่นี่ถึง4คนเลยทีเดียวนะคะเพราะฉะนั้นการันตีในเรื่องของความโดดเด่นในสาขาเหล่านี้นะคะมีทุนที่น่ารักและใจดีมากสำหรับปริญญาตรี 15,000 เหรียญเลยทีเดียวนะคะแล้วก็สำหรับปริญญาโท 10,000 เหรียญค่ะแล้วก็เช่นเดียวกันทุนของปริญญาโทที่เต็มจำนวนของรัฐบาลก็สามารถที่จะได้ทุนนะคะแล้วก็เรียนในมหาวิทยาลัยของรัฐบาลนี้ได้เลยค่ะโอเค so that's very good and we got some questions and I think some question that Alice may answer at her part and I think this one you can answer this and we may ask for Hop and Wendy later as well so what is the difference between Auckland and Wellington
Good question. Actually, that's a very good question. Auckland is the economic capital of New Zealand, so the most GDP coming from Auckland. Wellington being the capital city of New Zealand, it means that we are home to politics, to policies, all of these big decisions coming from the beehive, the parliament building of New Zealand. So both are pretty much I would say interesting to study at depending on what vibe of the city that you would want to live in. Auckland is bigger with 1.5 million people. Wellington is a bit smaller, about 1/3, so 500,000 people within the city center or the region itself right there. So it is a bit quieter, but it's also safe. So it depends on which vibe you want to go into. Auckland is a flat city, it's not that hilly. Wellington is more like Hollywood, like a bit hilly. So our campus sitting on top of a hill. So as I mentioned before, it's very beautiful on a good day. So yes, again, it depends on really what you want with your life. A combination of peace, activities, outdoor activities, or a bigger city vibe.
Yes, very good suggestion สำหรับคนที่ถามนะคะขอบคุณมากเลยนะคะคำถามนะคะจากคุณธันวรัตน์นะคะอยากทราบว่าความแตกต่างของเมืองนะไหนๆอยู่กับคุณดีนก็เลยจะถามเลยละกันว่าโอ๊คแลนด์กับเวลลิงตันต่างกันยังไงนะคะเขาก็ให้คำตอบอย่างดีเลยค่ะว่าสำหรับโอ๊คแลนด์เนี่ยก็เนื่องจากเป็นเมืองใหญ่นะคะใหญ่ที่สุดแล้วของนิวซีแลนด์ก็คือประมาณสัก 1.5 ล้านคนเนี่ยนะคะก็เรียกว่าGDP หรือว่าเรื่องของธุรกิจอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะที่โอ๊คแลนด์นะคะอาจจะมีความโดดเด่นนะคะซึ่งในขณะเดียวกันค่ะสำหรับเมืองหลวงอย่างเวลลิงตันก็มีการตัดสินใจใหญ่ๆหลักๆของรัฐบาลหรือว่าแนวโน้มทิศทางของประเทศนั่นเองค่ะในซึ่งตรงนี้เนี่ยก็เรียกว่ามีส่วนสำคัญของประเทศไม่ยิ่งหย่อนไปกว่ากันนะคะก็อยู่ที่ว่าถ้าเวลลิงตันนะคะเมืองก็จะเล็กกว่าประชากรนะคะก็อาจจะแค่1 ใน 3ของโอ๊คแลนด์นะคะถ้าใครไม่อยากได้ความวุ่นวายขนาดโอ๊คแลนด์เวลลิงตันก็น่าจะตอบโจทย์นะคะค่ะเพราะฉะนั้นค่ะ so could we have one question from you please
Sure, of course. So I have mentioned a lot in my presentation that we are the hub of training prime ministers of New Zealand. The question is, how many prime ministers graduated from Victoria University of Wellington to date?
Wow นะคะ very
Someone was very fast.
โอเคนะคะคำถามค่ะในมหาวิทยาลัยวิกตอเรียเนี่ยค่ะมีนายกกี่ท่านแล้วนะคะที่จบจากที่นี่ค่ะแล้วก็มีคนตอบมาแล้วด้วยนะคะ Oh very good very well listener
I saw them. Yes, that's great. I mean everyone is listening. That's great.
Yeah very impressive yeah
4 is the
อ่า
correct answer. Yes.
โอเคนะคะ ด้วยความรวดเร็วนะคะ ก็ทราบคำตอบกันไปเลยว่า4ถูกต้องแล้วนะคะ เย้นะคะ เดี๋ยวไปดูนะคะ ใครตอบเร็วตอบช้ากว่ากันอย่างไรนะคะ เดี๋ยวพี่แอดมินจะสรุปให้นะคะ ขอบคุณมากเลยนะคะ ผู้ร่วมสนุกนะคะ จะมีคุณธันวรัตน์นะคะ คุณไม่แน่ใจเรียกถูกไหมนะคะ คุณน้อย GPO นะคะ แล้วก็คุณศิวนันท์หรือเปล่านะคะ ขอบคุณมากๆเลยค่ะ โอเค thank you very much Dean for joining us.
Thank you.
โอเคแล้วถัดไปนะคะโอเคfor the university นะคะ okay before we go to UOA could we ask Hope the answer from our audience is 250 and someone answer more than 250, so which one is correct?
It's actually more than 250. So Suraj, I think you are the first to answer, but you said exact 250. We want more than 250.
So which one? Kun Surajai?
No, it would be because I can't read Thai, so I'm not sure what's HNOIGPO say.
คุณไม่แน่ใจนะคะว่าใช่ไหมคุณ HNOIGPO นะคะเป็นคำตอบที่ใกล้เคียงที่สุดแล้วก็เร็วที่สุดนะคะแต่ยังไงขอบคุณคุณสุรชัยด้วยนะคะ250ก็ถือว่าสุดยอดแล้วนะคะแล้วก็คนที่ได้ไปเล่มแรกนะคะขอบคุณมากเลยนะคะคุณ HNOIGPO ค่ะ Thank you very much. And so, because you are here, Hop and Wendy, so what is the difference between Auckland and Wellington?
Well, it's a difficult to answer, right? Every city have its own difference. And if you haven't been to New Zealand to experience both the city, you'll probably won't see. But in general speaking, Auckland is a bit more. It's a bigger city, larger populations, more I would say culturally diverse. So it's yeah. I lived in Auckland for 5 years. I've been to Wellington. To live and to study in one city is very different from you just visit there for a few days. So Dean was saying if you choose a city to study, then Wellington would probably be better with social sciences, political sciences, but say economics, businesses, most of the businesses happening in Auckland. And when New Zealand trade with the rest of the world, and most likely that the goods coming in and out of Auckland. So looking at business opportunities, it's probably better in Auckland. Yeah, Wendy, do you have anything to say?
I will say later in my slide. I would mention again about Auckland. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much, all of you. Right. Okay, so let's go for University of Auckland.
Okay, hello everybody. Sawadika. I'm Wendy, and today let me share with you about University of Auckland. So next slide, please. So we are one of the largest university in New Zealand, and we have more than 8,000 international students from more than 100 nationality. So it's a very diverse community. So when you come to University of Auckland, for sure you are not just learning with your Asian friend, but it's a community of like people from different backgrounds. So this is very nice place to study. Next. And again, let me talk about Auckland. So Auckland is located in the North Island, and it is the largest city in New Zealand. And in like around Auckland, you also can see a lot of like great landscapes. And yeah, next one, please. So we are right now one of the top 10 livable city in the world. Aside from how to say, if you can see about Auckland, it's a very diverse city. It's surrounded, it's the city, but it's surrounded with a lot of great landscape. And yeah, this is also, and the weather is also very comfortable. It's around 15 to 25 degrees. So it's not too hard, like the weather is quite comfortable for living as well. And then you can easily find a lot of Asian food. You can find pad thai to eat. So at least this is very important for me. Like I need to find a place to find how to say some Asian food to eat. So I think this is something make me think that you should choose Auckland. Thank you. And regarding our achievements, we are now ranked 65 in the world, and we are also ranked number 1 in New Zealand. And again, we are ranked number 1 in New Zealand and top 100 in the world based on like for the graduate employability as well. We have 6 faculty. So far, we offer almost all of different programs. We have art education, business school, engineering design. We also have law school, medical school, and science. And there are actually 2 programs that we do not really offer, which is hospitality and tourism, as well as agriculture-related programs. Again, so based on the statistics, we are also very proud that 96% of our students get employed. So this is something I believe that you also need to check it out as well. So let's talk about few faculty that is outstanding in our university. The first one is engineering school. And next one, please. For engineering, we have one of our most popular program is Bachelor of Engineering. It's 4 years, and you need to get like 800-hour practical experience. So this is compulsory, and it's also have Washington Accords. So this is also the reason why like the student graduate from our university. It also makes sure that they can just enter the workforce. So next one is our master degree. So for master degree, there are also the popular degree as well, and it's ranging from 1 to 2 years. For Faculty of Science, we have 12 subjects that's ranked number 1 in New Zealand, as you can see in the slide. And for Bachelor of Science, it's 3 years programs. Next slide. And you can actually study different major within Bachelor of Science. And the next one's gonna be business school. So for our, this is the master degree. And the next one, for business school, we are one of the biggest business school in New Zealand. We have triple crown. So triple crown, only 1% of business school in the world have. And for Bachelor of Business, what is the next slide? So it offer double major. So within 3 years, you can choose different major within Bachelor of Commerce. It also increase your job and job opportunity after graduates as well. For graduates programs, so they are the 6 programs in our like graduate school, and these are mainly we call conversion programs. So it means that you don't really need the degree in business. For example, if you have the degree in art or education, but you have about maybe 1 year experience in like work experience, you still can enter this program, and it's very short. It's only 15 months, so 1 year and 3 months. And after you get the master degree, you also have like 3-year post-study visa to stay in New Zealand as well. So this is one of the program, like the most popular program that our international students choosing from. In terms of entry requirement, we accept Thai Mathayom 6. So depend on the program that you are like applying, it's gonna be from 3.3 to 3.7. And if you get below that, then you can actually still study with us through our partner with Up Education. And for IELTS, it's gonna be either 6.0 for undergraduate and 6.5 for postgraduate. And for master programs, so it also very depend on the programs. And usually it's easier to check on our website. And as you can see, this is the screen on our website. You can see very clear how long is the program, when gonna be the start day, and yes, how many years that you need to complete just like the programs. And for entry requirement, it also show in our website. It's a bit challenging because you need to exchange between like your GPA to our GPE. And to make it easier, you can always contact our partner with Jen from NZ Study to support you for the application. And so we have like different type of intake. So the normal one gonna be in either February, March, or July. And we also have quarter intake with April and September. It's mainly for business school. So to make sure that you get admission from us, I usually advise students to apply about 4 to 6 months before, because our scholarships also grow very early. Yes. So as you can see, we have like different type of scholarship for international students. We have the scholarship values up to 10,000 New Zealand dollars, what Thai student can apply. And be mindful about the closing day, the deadline. So either 1 April for, it seems like for next intake it's a bit like too late. So the next like September intake the deadline for the scholarship gonna be closing on 1st April. So make sure you remember the deadline. And the next slide, I will show about the tip. So you can see some tip for apply our scholarships. You need to have either conditional offer or firm offer before apply to our scholarship. It's not automatic. And you also need a referral letter or motivation letter as well. And one of our biggest scholarship recently is our business master program. So we have a scholarship for almost all of the business master that I share previously. So it's up to 24,000 New Zealand dollars. And please also mindful about the deadline. Yes, that's it. Thank you for listening. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. That's very useful information. สำหรับมหาวิทยาลัยนี้นะคะอยู่ในเมืองโอ๊คแลนด์ค่ะก็ตามชื่อของเขาเลยนะคะในส่วนนี้เองเป็นมหาวิทยาลัยที่เรียกว่าเทียบแล้วก็เหมือนอันดับ1ของนิวซีแลนด์นะคะมีหลากหลายสาขามากๆไม่ว่าจะเป็นธุรกิจบริหารนะคะการศึกษากฎหมายวิศวะ การแพทย์สาธารณสุขศิลปะด้านเทคโนโลยีออกแบบต่างๆมากมายนะคะเอาง่ายๆว่าไม่มีก็เป็นพวกสายเกี่ยวกับท่องเที่ยวโรงแรมนั่นเองนะคะเพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยถ้าใครสนใจอยากอยู่เมืองใหญ่อย่างที่นี่นะคะแล้วก็ติดท็อป100ของโลกนะคะสำหรับที่นี่เองน่าสนใจมากๆนะคะไม่ว่าจะเป็นในส่วนของวิศวะนะคะมีการฝึกงานมากถึง800ชั่วโมงเพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยเวลาออกไปนี่คือพร้อมรบแน่นอนหมายถึงพร้อมทำงานแน่นอนนะคะสำหรับในส่วนของน้องๆปริญญาตรีนะคะ GPA หรือเกรดเฉลี่ยนะคะที่ต้องการก็คือประมาณ 3.3 ถึง 3.7 นะคะถ้าใครไม่ถึงยังไงหรือว่ามีคำถามว่าเท่านี้เท่านั้นได้ไหมถามพี่ๆ NSAT Study มาได้เลยนะคะถ้าใครไม่ถึงเราก็จะมีพาธเวย์หรือว่าจะมีในส่วนหลักสูตรนะคะที่เตรียมความพร้อมก่อนเข้าหลักสูตรหลักได้เลยนะคะสำหรับการเข้าเรียนนะคะที่เรียกว่า intake นะคะเริ่มเรียนก็จะมีหลักๆอยู่2ช่วงเวลาหลักก็คือประมาณกุมภาพันธ์มีนา1ช่วงนะคะแล้วก็กรกฎาคม1ช่วงนะคะก็คุณครูแนะนำค่ะว่าให้สมัครล่วงหน้า 4-6 เดือนค่ะเพราะว่าบางครั้งเนี่ยเราก็จะได้เตรียมการในเรื่องของการสมัครได้ทุนการศึกษาพวกนี้ด้วยเช่นกันนะคะซึ่งในส่วนทุนการศึกษาที่นี่ก็มีเรียกว่าให้นะคะค่อนข้างเยอะเหมือนกันนะคะไม่ว่าจะเป็น 10,000 เหรียญหรือ 24,000 เหรียญนะคะในหลักสูตรปริญญาตรีและปริญญาโทด้วยกันนะคะในหลักสูตรโทษค่ะในทุนของรัฐบาลทุนฟรีนะคะปริญญาโทก็เช่นเดียวกันทุนมานาคีนะคะสามารถที่จะแอพพลายได้นะคะแล้วก็ในส่วนของทุนเขาจะมีวันปิดเปิดอยู่นะคะยังไงถามพี่ๆ NSAT Study มาก็ได้เช่นกันค่ะ Okay, so before I ask you a question, Wendy, we have one question from the mother of one student that now study at Matiyom 4, gonna be in Matiyom 5. So if she or he graduate from Matiyom 5 and then study foundation for 1 year, then move to university, do you have the minimum age that student need to be?
So it's more on if she decide to pursue foundation. So it's more with at least our foundation partner. But I believe that it's gonna be which age that you can start foundation. At least I believe that like 15 is already okay.
Yeah,
Right?
so we accept student after Matayom 4. So if the student already complete Matayom 5, depending on the GPA and also the English ability and score, we can set up the most suitable foundation programs for the student. And after you complete the foundation course, normally for us, student can pass and progress into the first year bachelor degree if you can achieve 50% out of 100%. However, for some specific major like engineering or health science, normally we require students to have better performance. So maybe for engineering, student will need to have 65% out of 100 to progress.
Okay, and do you have the minimum age of student that they need to be like 4 or Matayom 5?
Minimum age. So normally for the student, we accept them when they are 15.
Okay, so go to up at least 15 years old. Yes. And then year 1 at least 16 years old.
Yeah, I believe that it's 16 or it's like I think that.
Yeah, that's something to consider. ขอบคุณนะคะสำหรับคำถามนะคะจากคุณแม่นะคะฝากถาม
years old is okay to enter UOA for first year. Would it very early?
How old?
No, I mean like 16. From 16, we accept students to our first year.
Okay.
If they complete that degree like 19, yeah.
โอเคสำหรับคุณแม่นะคะขอบคุณคำถามค่ะถ้าลูกเรียนจบม.5 แล้วไปปรับพื้นฐานก่อน1 ปีก่อนสอบเข้ามหาวิทยาลัยนั้นๆนะคะจำกัดอายุหรือเปล่าปัจจุบันลูกม.4 อายุ15นะคะ ก็คืออย่างที่ได้รับคำตอบไปค่ะทาง Up Education นะคะสามารถรับน้องได้ค่ะในช่วงอายุที่คุณแม่บอกเลยนะคะก็คือ15ปีนะคะจากนั้นเนี่ยพอเข้าปี1นะคะปี1ปุ๊บเนี่ยก็คืออายุขั้นต่ำ16ปีก็คือรับได้ค่ะเมื่อกี้จากที่มหาวิทยาลัย UOA บอกมานะคะคุณแม่เพราะฉะนั้นด้วยอายุน้องค่ะไปได้ค่ะ so in terms of accommodation if they are under 18 years old they need to stay in the homestay right ค่ะมีเงื่อนไข
Yes.
ในเรื่องที่พักนิดนึงค่ะคุณแม่ว่าถ้าน้องต่ำกว่า18ปีนะคะตอนที่อยู่สถาบันไหนๆก็ตามนะคะน้องจะต้องพักเป็นโฮมสเตย์ไม่สามารถจะอยู่หอพักด้วยตนเองได้ค่ะหรือว่าถ้าจะอยู่กับคุณพ่อคุณแม่ก็ได้เช่นกันนะคะแต่อย่างน้อยก็คือต้องมีผู้ใหญ่อยู่ด้วยนั่นเองค่ะคุณแม่นะคะหวังว่าจะตอบคำถามคุณแม่นะคะโอเค thank you very much Alice and Wendy okay and Wendy Alice you may stay here with us and could I ask Wendy for a question
Okay, my question is easy. So, what is the ranking of UOA in the world right now?
ว้าวโอเคนะคะตอบคำถามกันได้เลยนะคะรับหนังสือไปอีก1เล่มนะคะสำหรับคุณเวนดี้ค่ะว่ามหาวิทยาลัย University of Auckland นะคะได้รับการจัดอันดับในโลกนะคะที่เขาโชว์ตัวเลขไปเป็นอันดับที่เท่าไหร่ค่ะโอเค there's someone so quick
That's correct. 65. Yeah.
is it correct
Very fast, but then very, how to say, accurate. 65.
ว้าวโอเค65นะคะท่านอื่นอยากจะส่งคำตอบเข้ามาร่วมได้นะคะได้เลยนะคะแต่65ก็คือคำตอบที่ถูกต้องแล้วขอบคุณมากๆเลยนะคะคุณธันวรัตน์ค่ะเดี๋ยวแอดมินติดต่อไปนะคะโอเค thank you very much Wendy and Wendy will still stay with us until the end so in case we have some other questions ค่ะโอเคค่ะ so now last but not least and a very important person so Alice ค่ะ from Up Education
ขอบคุณค่ะพี่เจน Hello everyone. Thank you for stay with us until now. Don't worry, my part is quite precise and short because I have the best partner in the world that IUT, EOI, and Victoria. Everyone mentioned about Up Education. So I think that if you stay from the beginning until now, you kind of know who we are and what we are doing and why I have the privilege to join with 3 universities in these sections. So next slide, you can see about Up Education's, So Up Education is one of the New Zealand biggest education provider. So we are the exclusive partner for University of Auckland, Auckland University of Technology, and Victoria University of Wellington. We providing, next slide please. So we providing the pathway programs as well as you might get familiar with the word foundations. Next slide please. I see that so many questions from you that maybe some of the student is now a little bit too young to get in the first year directly, or some of you love New Zealand so much, so you want to study earlier, or some of you maybe for some region that you can, you do not have the entry requirement, do not meet the entry requirement to go direct to first year university. So Up Education won't be your answer. The reason is that next slide please. Maybe next. Because so the reason why I mentioned all the scenario that you want to start with foundations, you know that some people before this session they don't know about foundation, so they always know about high school in New Zealand. But do you know that if you study high school in New Zealand, you need to study until year 13, and for foundation you might start earlier. So after you complete Matayom 5 or even Matayom 4 in Thailand, in your home country, you can start with foundation first, and after foundation, you go straight to first year of bachelor degree in any major. So it means that you don't have any restriction or limitation in terms of choosing the major you want to study with foundation. The only thing that you might want to remember that you will need to choose the major for bachelor degree when you submit the application for foundations, because this is also another advantage for foundation. During the foundation years, you don't need to study too many subjects. For example, now I believe that when you study high school matayom years in Thailand, you need to study 8 or 10 subjects, right? But for foundation, exclusive from English, you will need to study only 4 subjects that support to your major in university. So that is also the reason why that I can see most of the students, when they start with foundation, they will perform better when they study in university, because they study very focused on what they will study on bachelor degree. And another, maybe not very new, if you are if you have been following NZ Study Thailand team, for foundation, when you submit your application, you already have 2 offer letter. One offer letter for foundation and the second offer letter, which we normally call conditional offer for your bachelor degree. So somehow we can understand that if you do well during your foundation, your spot already reserved in the bachelor degree. So you don't need to worry. But of course, you need to study during foundation because we have our required score for you to progress into first year after foundation that I slightly mentioned for a mother previous. But I will remind a little bit. So after foundation, you might need to have, no, not might need, you need to have 50%, 50% out of 100% to progress into the first year. You cannot have, you cannot like perform lower than that. We also care about the student attendance. So it means that we need you to be present at the school on the campus to study. English is compulsory. You need to study English in every foundation course together with 4 elective subjects. For example, if you study engineering, you will study the subject only focused for engineering. If you want to be a doctor, you will need to study the subject that focus, that helping you to study doctor during your bachelor year. Because the time today is limited, but you don't worry about when I present until this, I received so many questions like, so how do I know which subjects I need to choose? But don't worry, because our professor and even on our website, we have a video that show you, demonstrate how you can select your subjects. So for this slide, for now, we have quite flexible and variety of the course for the student. We have 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 1.5 years, and 2 years foundation programs. And why is that so? So it's a very simple logic. If your score is high, your time to study is short. And if your score is not too high, your study time may be a little bit longer. However, don't worry, because if you study a little bit longer, maybe you have time to settle in, to enjoy New Zealand a little bit more. So, and then we will require international students to have 2 conditions. First is your GPA at your school, Matayoms, or you do GED, you do A-level, IP, AP. Please send in the application to NZ Study Thailand team. So they are the expert. They can access your application and know that which program might be the best match for you. And after that, as Dean or Herb and Wendy mentions, and I think that is the information that everybody is waiting to hear. For scholarship, we are now having, if the students start with foundation, they have 2 opportunity to have scholarship. The first scholarship is for foundation years. We are now having up to 5,000 New Zealand dollars for foundation student. And after you complete the foundation, you have another chance to have scholarship for your first year of bachelor degree. For AUT, Victoria, University of Wellington, AUI, we all offer the same these two scholarship. However, the amount might be a little bit different when you progress, but don't worry, stay in touch with Pijan so you can have the details. In this slide, you can screenshot or you can go home and rewatch the video again. We have the in-text and also the entry requirement for English. But if we go to the next slide, you can see that I put the entry requirement for academic. No, can I have the next slide, please? Oh, the next slide. Yeah. So it is just because I know that lately I have so many IGCSE students from Thailand, so I just put it here for your reference. But if you are doing the Matayom curriculum, so next slide will be your answer. You will know how much you will need to get in our foundation program. No, okay, yeah. So maybe the slide is high, but no, it's so good to go to the up English test. So some of you already, I think that when you do some research, you know that for foundation program, we accept IELTS, PTE, TOEFL, and Duolingo. However, if you want to save a little bit of money for mommy and daddy, you can also sit with our up English test. This is totally free of charge for students coming from Thailand. We have this test online every week on Wednesday, and actually the slot is running out quite quickly. So I recommend the student to book the test in advance, at least 2 to 2 weeks to keep the spot. So you understand that the test won't be for skill reading, listening, writing, and speaking, and you are not doing the test with the machine. There will be our teacher who sit with you and do the test with you. So you can normally understand it's like mini IELTS test. So and we also send out the practice test before the real test, so you can get familiar with the way to do the test online and have the best score. Next slide, please. So this is just the example. It's not your schedule or timetable, but this is for you to see that you will need to study from Monday to Friday, but not full day from morning to afternoon. We have some lesson or some section for you to work with your tutor, group work. And besides from that, we also have the time for you to do outdoor activity. So don't worry that we'll make you sit in the room studying from morning until afternoon. You have time to explore. Next slide, please. So this is the 2026 tuition fee and intake. So the mistake here is still showing 2025. You can screenshot or you can go to our website to see. Please note that this tuition fee is not include the scholarship yet. So you still have chance to get the scholarship with us. Yeah. Thank you. Next slide. I think PJ already mentioned about accommodations. So for those of you who decided to study with up education when you are not yet turned 18, you will have two options. Actually, the first option, you will stay at homestay. The second option, if you have family members who can be your guardian, you can register your family member to be your guardian and stay with your family member. And this process might take up to 8 weeks. So I believe that you should prepare and register for this in advance before the course start date. But if you are 18 or above, you are free to choose your accommodations. You can rent your own place, stay with homestay, and even register for on-campus accommodation with the university. However, I believe that the slot also running out quickly, so everything should be prepared before the course start date. I think Wendy already mentions about the preparation for applications. The best period of time For example, if you want to study on February, maybe you want to contact and that study team 6 months before, so we can start preparing your application. This will be the best time period. Our turnaround time is quite quick, only 1 to 2 working days. However, the earlier, the better when you comes to prepare applications. Next slide, please, Nok. So we have some of the links that I would like to share with parents and students. If anything that not clear, you can go and do some research on the website, or you can always contact PJens. So that is my presentations. It's very quick, and I hope that I already cover all the important things. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much ค่ะพี่อลิสนะคะ so พี่อลิส can listen in Thai as well นะคะ thank you very much ค่ะ so up นะคะ up เนี่ยเป็นชื่อง่ายๆนะ up ขึ้นไปนะคะ up education นะคะสำหรับในวันนี้ค่ะมาด้วยความที่เป็นตัวแทนในเรื่องของการเตรียมความพร้อมนักเรียนก่อนที่จะเข้ามหาวิทยาลัยทั้ง3แห่งที่เราได้ฟังไปนะคะเพราะฉะนั้นน้องๆค่ะคนไหนที่อยากจะเข้าปริญญาตรียังอยู่ม.5 ได้เกรดเท่าไหร่นะคะ 2.5 ขึ้นไปนะคะก็สามารถจะมาเรียนปูพื้นฐาน Foundation ที่นี่ได้นะคะใช้เวลา6 เดือนถึง1 ปีโดยประมาณนะคะแล้วแต่เกรดแล้วแต่เรื่องของ IELTS ของเราค่ะแล้วก็ในส่วนของนักเรียนม.6 ที่เกรดไม่ถึง 3.2 ด้วยเช่นกันนะคะสามารถจะเข้าเรียนในหลักสูตรของ Foundation ค่ะแล้วก็ในส่วนตรงนี้ค่ะข้อดีของในเรื่องการเข้าเรียน Foundation นะคะ 1 ได้เตรียมความพร้อมนะคะน้องๆได้รู้จักสภาพแวดล้อมได้ใช้ชีวิตปรับตัวก่อนจะเข้ามหาวิทยาลัยจริงแล้วก็ในที่นี้มีใบ offer หรือว่าการได้รับตอบรับเข้าเรียนนะคะก็คือจากอัพใบหนึ่งแล้วก็จากมหาวิทยาลัยที่เราจะเข้าต่อนะคะซึ่งในส่วนนั้นเนี่ยค่อนข้างจะการันตีละว่าเราจะได้เข้าแน่นอนนะคะถ้าคะแนนที่เราเรียนที่อัพผ่านนั่นเองนะคะในส่วนของจะเรียนวิชาอะไรยังไงในเรื่องรายละเอียดนะคะติดต่อพี่ Entrance Study ได้เลยนะคะในหลักสูตรแต่ละอันนะคะของ Foundation เขาก็จะมีบอกอยู่ว่าในส่วนของใครจะเข้าคณะไหนต้องเรียนอะไรบ้างนะคะอันนี้หลักสูตร GED นะคะก็สามารถที่จะ apply ในหลักสูตรนี้ได้เช่นกันทุนการศึกษาในตอนที่เข้าอัพนะคะก็มีถึง 5,000 เหรียญด้วยกันนะคะในส่วนนี้ Entrance Study เราก็จะเป็นคนประสานงานนะคะในการสัมภาษณ์เพื่อที่จะพิจารณาในการรับทุนตรงนี้ด้วยค่ะสำหรับใครไม่มี IELTS สามารถที่จะทำบททดสอบของ อัพเองได้นะคะไม่เสียค่าใช้จ่ายค่ะในส่วนนี้ค่ะทักทายนะคะทักทายคุณพลอยนะคะมีส่งเข้ามาถามว่าถ้ามาจากโรงเรียนอินเตอร์ต้องยื่นคะแนนภาษาอังกฤษไหมนะคะ There's a question for you and some other university as well so in terms of English requirements So if student graduates from international school here, do you well for the English requirements?
Let me answer in terms of the foundation program first. I will say that is case by case because we will need to access the transcript as well as to check the curriculum. Is it 100% delivery in English? And also depending on the student score. But I do have a few cases studying international curriculum in Thailand and get English way for foundations entry requirement.
Okay, thank you very much for that question and the question and answer. Okay, before we go and ask for other university, Alice, could we have one question from you?
I believe that anyone who get the book will be the fastest one because the question is so simple. What is the amount of scholarship that UP is offering for foundations programs? I mentioned it a few times. I repeat it on purpose.
โอเคคำถามเพื่อจะรับหนังสือเล่มนี้นะคะจากคุณอลิสนะคะก็คือสำหรับทุนการศึกษาที่ Up Educate จะให้นะคะของนักเรียนในหลักสูตร Foundation คือเท่าไหร่ค่ะเมื่อกี้มีพูดไปแล้วด้วยนะคะนะคะโอเคนะคะสำหรับใครที่ตอบคำถามของคุณอลิสเข้ามาเมื่อสักครู่นะคะก็จะได้รับหนังสือ Entrance Study ไปนะคะเหมือนเป็นคัมภีร์ของการเรียนในนิวซีแลนด์เลยค่ะแล้วก็ท่านไหนนะคะที่ได้รับนะคะหรือว่าร่วมสนุกนะวันนี้ก็มีตอบคำถามมามากมายเลยทุกท่านที่ร่วมสนุกรบกวนส่ง นะคะแอดเข้ามาทาง Line ID ของเรา @insastudy สักหน่อยนะคะเดี๋ยวเราจะประสานงานในเรื่องของการจัดส่งหนังสือไปให้นะคะโอเคสำหรับ Up Education นะคะให้ทุนการศึกษานักเรียนต่างชาติในหลักสูตรของ Foundation มูลค่าเท่าไหร่ค่ะโอเค so while we wait for the person to answer your questions at least for 3 universities could we ask about the entry requirements, I mean English requirements. If students graduate from international schools, can they like just waive for the English requirements? แอดมินพี่นุกช่วยเปิดอีก3ท่านให้หน่อยนะคะ Okay, welcome back everyone. Maybe could you tell us first, huh?
Yeah, so if the student graduate a bachelor degree from Thailand where English is as a medium of instructions, then they can get into a master degree with no IELTS requirement. But for high school qualifications, if the student gets in A levels or IB as the international qualifications or GED, will be an English components in your certificates that require. So if you do IB or A levels, normally you would need to do IGCSE, and we need IGCSE English, either first language or second language, with a B grade average that you can waive. But if you do like an American high school diploma or a Canadian high school, Australian high school, then the English is in your transcript. You just need to pass those kind of degree to get in. So yeah, but if you do like a Thai local curriculum like Mattheom 5 or Mattheom 6 in English, it's you still need to submit IELTS.
Okay, thank you. Dean and Randy, would you like to add anything?
Sure, I can also answer to that. It's going to be a case-by-case basis. If you have studied in a country where English is the mother tongue, is the native language, we'll also consider to waive English proficiency. Similar with AUT, if you are studying at an IB or A levels or British pattern education system, we also consider to waive English proficiency. So it's going to be a case-by-case basis. But for masters, we have a list of the countries where you study in, like the Philippines, Singapore. We also consider to waive English proficiency.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, for you, a case by case as well. For UG, so it's if you do IB or A level, then we also access on the individual score of your high level subject. And then if you do master degree, there are several like conditions to waive English. So yeah, it's gonna be case by case.
Thank you very much. So if it's possible, do you have the minimum number of years that they study in that
So actually, for master degree, we have so many different requirements for English waiver. So they need to will need the combination of different conditions. So they need to graduate within 2 years. They will need to have work experience or publication in like English. So it would be case by case, I would say, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so it's possibleนะคะ so contact us ค่ะ and then we will discuss on case by case basis. Okay, so I think we come to the end. I know that we didn't expect this long, but because we enjoy the live very much, thank you so much everyone, Kun Alice, Wendy, and Hope and Dean for today. So we will be in touch if any other questions come along and we need your help. Yeah. Okay, so hope everyone have a good week and enjoy your time wherever.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Nok.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a nice day, everybody. Bye
สวัสดี
bye.
ค่ะ ขอบคุณทุกคนนะคะที่เข้าร่วมฟังวันนี้ด้วยค่ะ
หลากหลายการเรียนและกิจกรรมในนิวซีแลนด์ทุกระดับชั้นตั้งแต่อนุบาลประถมมัธยมเรียนภาษาอนุปริญญาปริญญาตรีโทเอกไปเรียนซัมเมอร์แคมป์ระยะสั้นหรือจะเป็นระยะยาว ENSA Study เรามีประสบการณ์ยาวนานถึง 22 ปี ดูแลช่วยเหลือนักเรียนให้ไปสัมผัสการเรียนและใช้ชีวิตในนิวซีแลนด์สนใจติดต่อเรา ENSA Study ได้เลยนะคะแอดไลน์หรือโทรคุย 0818204627
อยู่กับผมนะคะตอนนี้เดี๋ยวเรามาดูในมอเตอร์ไซค์สตัดดี้นะคะมีบริการอะไรยังไงบ้างวันนี้เราก็ดูแลได้ทุกระดับเลยวันนี้ลากันไปก่อนนะคะสวัสดีค่ะ